The whales are trained to roll mid-troller upside down and present us with their tail flukes. Not only does this give us an amazing look at their entire bodies, but it also gives us access to blood vessels, which are easily located on the right underside of their tail flukes. Now, our veterinarians are able to take a voluntary blood sample at least once a month, and the whales are trained to remain relaxed throughout procedures like this. Now, as trainers, you may often see us rubbing down or massaging the whales, whether on their backs, their pectoral flippers, or even those tail flukes, and that is a great way for us to reward them. Now, blood samples are just one of the ways we can make sure our whales are healthy. Another important diagnostic is weighing our whales, and we are able to weigh our whales by asking to slide their entire bodies onto a giant killer whale size scale. Now, you may notice right here that Nolani's body, from her dorsal fin all the way to her tail flukes, is still in the water. That's the powerhouse of a killer whale, and it's called their peduncle. It's very heavy and very muscular. In fact, natural behavior that we see in all killer whales is the ability to lift that part of their body with such force that they can spin completely around before re-entering the water. Now, in this scenario, we would not be getting an accurate weight, so to solve that problem, we ask our whales to raise their tails up and out of the water. Training posture like this enables us to ensure accuracy, making sure our younger whales are growing properly and our older whales are maintaining a healthy weight.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales in every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales and for us.
Hello again, everyone. We're over here on the left-hand side of the stadium. Did you guys know that killer whales love to play? They actually learn a lot through playing and even learn through things like mimicry and observational learning. From a young age, killer whales learn a lot by playing games such as follow the leader with their mothers and other whales. Tonight, we're going to put back to the test for all of you and our killer whale family. Are we ready to have some fun? All of you are leaders, and Katina's watching everything that you do. So on the count of 3, everyone stomp your feet as loud as you can. Ready? 1, 2, 3! And she's got it! You guys did awesome. You can be seated. As you can see, Katina was paying very close attention to you. Killer whales are very curious animals and are often seen spy hopping or even jumping consistently out of the water to get a better look around. And today, Nolani's going to demonstrate that for all of you with a bow at stage. So when he's here, give it up for Nolani! Right, but inside the stadium, it is your turn. We have an even bigger jump planned for you. It's called a reach. So everyone stand up. On 3, put your left palm down to your thigh and bring it back up to the sky. Ready? 1, 2, 3! Great reach signal, everyone. Now, killer whales reach for a variety of different reasons. Sometimes it's to scratch an itch, sometimes to stun their prey, but most of the time it's them simply telling everyone that they have arrived. Let's give it up for Katina, Nolani, and Malia. As you can see, killer whales are amazing athletes, and they can eat several hundred pounds of food every day. In the wild, killer whale diets depend on where they live and the time of year. Unfortunately, things like overfishing, pollution, and other factors are having a serious impact on some killer whale populations.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they can talk right there in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right?
When it comes down to it,